This is going to be hip rotation with an assist from the active chords. This exercise is used to develop the feel of what it's like to have the hips turning before you start any other actions. The hip turn is probably the most glaring error I see in most athletes. They don't use the hips. You hear coaches talk about get your hips into it, get your hips into it, but very few athletes do. This exercise teaches you what it feels like to get the hips into it. Now to get yourself positioned, you have the active cord belt on. You're going to turn around, you're going to hook yourself up to the D ring behind the right cheek. See, and then you turn into the cord. That's it. You have plenty of tension on the cord. And then just like you would do, let's say in baseball batting or in the golf swing, there's a little bit of weight shift to the rear. So you would start off with a little bit of weight shift to the rear with a little bit of rotation, and then shift the weight forward and rotate the hips. Remember, the weight shift still precedes everything. So we want to rotate around the front leg. Okay, do a few repetitions, Aaron. That's it. Don't turn your shoulders. Remember, we're emphasizing the pelvis. That's the way. So as the hips come through, shoulders remaining stationary. This is also giving us a good stretch of the obliques, because the more separation and stretch we have of the obliques, the stronger they're going to be able to contract to rotate the shoulders around. So this becomes very important for the production of power. That's it. And you want to make sure you're rotating off the front leg. This gives you the longest lever for the greatest amount of power. Yeah, and do each one separately. Keep those shoulders stable. That's the way. It's hard to isolate this movement. We're going through a full range of motion now. In the actual batting or hitting motion, it'll be less, but we exaggerate when we're doing the exercise in the initial stages.